Hello. Today I'd like to briefly talk about this presentation guideline for your talks. So in this class, I ask you to prepare two different talks: this student lecture, also this paper presentation. You can choose any topics that are related to the computer graphics, as long as you are interested on those topics. So basically, I think that the main reason why I'm giving why I'm asking you to present these two talks, I think that this is useful for your long-term career. Also, this course, the course that you are taking is the EDU 4.0 course, also asking student participation. Also, as you know, the things are quite rapidly changing due to the ChatGPT. So it's more important for you to motivate yourself to learn new things on your these the chosen topics. Also, I know that it's difficult for you to give the digital lecture, also the paper presentation. That's why it might be better for you to make a team or two-person. Of course, you can do you can give these two talks by yourself, but it's always better to have some a teammate. So basically, here the student lecture and paper presentation, basically per team. But the team could be the one person or these two people, two-person team. Then basically the question is that you need to identify the lecture topic, also some of the recent paper that you need to present in this semester. Also basically that's why I'm giving you the homework of the going over some of the recent paper and then provide some of the summary. But I know it's a little bit difficult, so I will provide this lecture topic list, so you can choose some topic from there. So this is actual tentative schedule. So basically the April 17th, we will have this offline midterm exam. So we are almost getting there. And after that, I will have the 3 more talks, and then I ask a TA to give to give the talks on some of the recent topics like the nerf, or the denoising, or the diffusion. And then after that, from the May 20th, 22, 27th, basically each team need to give still lecture on the chosen topics. And then after that, on May 29th and July 3rd and 5th, you actually each team actually give this paper presentation. And then at the end of each talk, you need to prepare the quiz, and then the other student actually watch your video and then take the quiz. And basically those quiz will basically substitute this our final exam. And then these are the deadlines they have to meet. Basically, you need to declare your team member or single person or two people by April 26th. I think that also you need to think about it, the paper that you want to present as a team, and then probably the TA will actually TA will provide some of some form so that you can actually you can declare your team member over there. Also, by the May 1st, also you need to declare the two things: paper that you want to present, also the topic that you want to present as your student lecture. Of course, probably it's better for you to choose some of the paper that you want to present, and then probably it may be better to talk about some of this broad background or tutorial, so that actually people can understand that paper. So basically, in your student lecture, you give the broad tutorial on the topic, and then you present the paper related to that topic. Then the TA will guide you to choose your talk date given this schedule. Also, probably you need to upload your talks, basically your slide, also the video before your talk date. Then on the talk date, other student will watch your talks. For the paper presentation, so you need to talk about some of the recent papers that are published in the top tier conference journal, and then publicate basically here the definition of the recent paper is that the paper should be presented after since 2018. Also, there's some of the top tier conference is the SIGGRAPH Asia, CPL, NEWRIS, blah blah blah. So those are actually any paper from over there should be okay. But do not talk about any the minor, the just 2 page or this pop about the 4-page length small paper, just to present the regular one. Also, when you present your talk, do not talk about a lot of details. So basically, instead, you need to understand the high-level idea result of the paper. When you talk about the high-level idea, since actually we cannot give you the long time for your talk. Further, digital lecture presentation, you need to cover subtopics, small topic of the computer graphics, or if it's already difficult to talk about some topic, some of the subtopic, you can actually talk. You can present a little bit old single paper, or you can cover the multiple papers in your lecture talk. Again, do not talk about a lot of details. Talk about the high level, also this broad set of the idea result. Also, I don't want you to waste your time on making this fancy slide. You can just utilize any existing tutorial slide which are given in some of the conference. Or you can talk about some of the kinds of the prior paper to your paper presentation. Suppose that for your paper presentation, you can choose about the recent paper published in the 2020. Then in the paper, maybe it may cite some of the prior paper that are published about the 2014. Then you can talk about that 2014 paper for your student lecture. And then over there you cover some of background. Then and then for your paper presentation, you can talk about the recent paper, that 2020 paper. In summary, the key difference between two talks is that paper presentation talks about recent paper, while the student lecture presentation gives a kind of broad background or tutorial about the recent paper. That's the one scenario between two talks. But of course, if you can do that, you can choose the subtopic and study some of the related materials, and then you can actually give the tutorial on that topic. These are I prepared actually the topic keyword list that I actually discussed with the ChatGPT. This list will be available at the homepage. Again, further for this paper presentation, also for your lecture material, obviously we ask you to give the good summary for the other fellow student. Not for me, other fellow student. Also, basically you don't need to talk about all the full details. Talk about high-level motivation, give the background on the related works. Also, talk about main idea and main result. Also, it'll be better if you can talk about strengths, also weakness of the method. So then, basically, when you give your talk, you need to spend some time to identify what are the main idea contribution of the paper. Also, then you need to prepare your slides to deliver them well. Do not talk about minor, and then instead give the background as a context for your talk. So obviously, to give a good talk, you need to have the good, deeper understanding on a paper also or the subtopic for your student lecture. I recommend you go over at least 2 related papers so that you can understand the related topics, and then so that you can make the good talks about the paper or the subtopic. So I recommend you spend the most time to figure out the most important things and prepare the good slide for them instead of making the fancy slide. Also, I recommend you to be honest. So I know that sometimes some part of the paper you may understand it, then you might want to actually skip that part, even though you feel that it's important. Instead, do not skip important idea that you don't know, even though you don't know. Just of course, you need to try to understand them. You need to try to understand them as much as you can do. And then, even though you can understand well enough, then just mention that you are basically that topic is a little bit difficult. You can understand very well, but the author of the paper will say that this is a very important part. Then probably other students actually pay attention to that important part, and then they may understand well, and then share some more information about it. Also, when you make when you actually show the sum of table or the graph like this, you need to give the full experiment setting, and then present data with the related information. So in this figure, basically we cannot see what is the x-axis indicate. Then we can understand we can put out the important message out of this. Also, after showing this kind of low-level data, then you need to give the high-level message that we can put out of this data. So that way we can understand better on your data and table and figure. Also, again, I don't want you to waste of your time on making the little details. Instead, I recommend you to spend more time on understanding important things. So if possible, you can utilize any existing slide, also slide the result video if they exist. But you should make sure that you need to give proper credit and citation. Without them, obviously you are cheating. Also, at the end of your talk, you need to prepare two simple quiz. So basically, draw the sum of attention. You can ask the kind of the keyword, simple keyword. Also, you can ask the simple true or false questions, also or the multiple choice questions. You need to provide them through this Google form. Basically, the question should not be very difficult. Also, basically, if the student pay attention to your talk, they should be able to understand they should be get the full credit for that quiz. So basically, they grade them in the scale of 0 to 10, and they give the score to the TA. Also, the audience, basically other fellow students will listen to your talk, and then they will provide this kind of feedback. Basically, your talk will be evaluated these two directions. One is was the talk well organized, also well prepared. 5 is excellent, 1 is poor. Another question is was the talk comprehensible? How well the important concepts are covered. So basically, you need to get a good feedback, good score evaluation from other fellow students. You need to organize your talk well. Also, the talk should be easy to understand. Also, the other fellow student may give some additional comments to your talk. Okay, that's it. Basically, I know it'll be difficult for you as this undergraduate student to do the student lecture, also the paper presentation. I don't mean that. I don't want you. I don't mean to torture you with this. I hope that you can have some fun and meaningful experience in a way that you can broaden yourself. So basically try to go over some of recent papers and then think about it, what might be the interesting topic for you, and then give some background tutorial and on your this student lecture material, and then talk about some of recent paper along the topic. That's my main message, final message. That's it. I hope that you can enjoy this. Thank you.